Hello YouTubers. I'm gonna do a quick unboxing of a Louis Vuitton item that I just purchased this evening. Here's the bag. There's Louis Vuitton. Let me get that box out. Here's the box. And then here's the receipt. Well, the little envelope with the receipt in it. Here's a little envelope that they give you. Not all the times when you make purchases, well, not all the time they give you these little nice cardstock envelopes. As you can see here, it's like a linen material type deal. Here's a receipt. I purchased it today at Saks. I'm not sure you can see. So I can. Kind of, there goes Saks, and it was in the gallery in Houston. Saks within a gallery in Houston. The item, as you can see here, here is the model number M9608N. It retails for $465 plus tax $38.36, and it totaled to $503.36. Here is the box. There's a little leather strap that it has. I'm trying to keep this under 8 minutes. Take it out of this box. Here's the bag. As you can see, it's a drawstring bag. And it is authentic, as you can see. It was bought at Saks. Here. And the reason why I bought it at Saks, I normally buy my and my wife's items from either Neiman Marcus or Louis Vuitton. I went to Neiman Marcus to purchase this item, and they didn't have it in stock, or at least not in my size. So she looked it up, and they had it at the Louis Vuitton store. They call it the global store because it's split between the men in one store and in the women's in another store, because you're remodeling in the gallery anyway. So I go to the global store, and they didn't have it there. They had me there for about 45 minutes looking through all their inventory to see if they found it, because it showed there was one in the computer. And 45 minutes later, she told me that they didn't have it in stock, but that she would call the global warehouse to see if they had one, which she did. They didn't have one. Everything was already unboxed, unpackaged. So she went ahead and looked to see if Saks had one, and Saks had one in stock. So she called to make sure before I walked all the way down to Saks, and they ended up having it. So this is the item that I spent an hour and a half looking for, which is the Louis Vuitton monogram initial belt. You can see its initial. It is the gold, and here is monogram. Let me go ahead and show you here. This is the model number as I read to you from the receipt. I'm not sure if you can see it. M9608, and here's the size 120/48. I didn't like that it was the only one they had in stock, and it has scratches as if it was worn, but what I was told by the representative or the Louis Vuitton clerk, that because of the packaging and having to roll it up, it does tend to scratch a little bit, but this is cowhide, she said. And as you can see here, it says Louis Vuitton made in Paris, Louis Vuitton Paris, made in Spain. I'm excited about this because a lot of the new items that if you purchase will say made in USA, and which they're starting to do now. And let me show you real quick here. As you can see, scratches all over the hide. Here is the date code CA1122, which is probably the 12th week of 2012. And then CA, it's for Paris. It is a really nice belt. It's something that I've been wanting for a while. I've been considering it, and finally I got it. And I just hate the fact that it does have a little bit of scratches, as if someone had been wore it before. I'm not sure if you can see it. See some of the scratches here and here, but it is brand new. I did buy it today. It hasn't been worn. I just now barely unboxed it for you when I got home. I had to record this video about 3 times. My wife did it twice for me, and then I went ahead and recorded it on my own because it wasn't coming out the way I wanted it. But here's the buckle again, the LV initial buckle, and it's a lot bigger than it shows on camera. It's a lot wider, but it's pretty nice. And here is 3 screws. So if the buckle ever scratches, which one of the clerks that I know at the Louis Vuitton Neiman Marcus, which I had to walk through to get to my car out to the parking lot, she saw me because I'm a regular there, and we were talking, and she said that it does tend to scratch, or if you scratch it when you're wearing it, just to save the belt, and this can always be purchased again and replaced later on, if you want to. Again, there's another scratch that I don't like. Here's the size, and there's the model number. And that's the Louis Vuitton belt, and that's my story behind this belt that I've been longing to buy and having to search for almost a little bit over an hour and a half, and finally I got it. But this is it. Alright, YouTubers, thank you. Goodbye.